Hey there! If you're a dog owner here in Mandeville, you already know what an amazing place this is to have a four-legged friend. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how to find the right trainer to make your life together even more enjoyable.
You know the dream, right? A nice, calm walk along the lakefront, or a stress-free trip down the Tammany Trace with your dog just trotting politely right beside you. Well, that's the whole goal here. And believe me, the right training makes that completely achievable.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, why a local trainer is your best bet. Then we'll get into trainer qualifications, what programs and costs look like around here, what to ask when you interview someone, and finally, we'll touch on Mandeville's local rules and resources. Let's get to it.
Okay, first things first. Why should you even bother finding a local trainer? Well, someone who really gets the North Shore lifestyle, the parks, the outdoor patios, the trails, they can prepare your dog for the real-world situations you're actually in every single day. And this is what it really boils down to. We're not talking about some generic obedience class. We're talking about real-life skills for living here. Can your dog stay focused at the trailhead when it's packed on a Saturday? Can they chill out on a restaurant patio? A local trainer helps you zero in on these exact challenges.
All right, so you're on board with finding a local pro. The next big step is figuring out if they're actually qualified. And knowing what to look for is absolutely crucial for making sure the training is effective and, most importantly, safe and humane for your dog.
The bedrock of any good, modern dog training is something called positive reinforcement. And look, this is way more than just handing out treats. It's a science-backed approach that teaches your dog what you want them to do, which in turn builds up their confidence and makes your bond so much stronger.
This chart really lays it out perfectly. On one side, you have these reward-based methods that build trust and create real, lasting change. On the other side, you've got methods that rely on fear or pain, which can actually make behavior problems worse and are often just a temporary fix. You always want to stick with the approach on the left.
So, how do you know if a trainer is legit? You look for professional certifications. These aren't just random letters after a name, They mean that a trainer has actually passed some tough exams on training and behavior. A common one you'll see is CPD TKA. Seeing credentials like these shows they're serious about their profession.
Now, let's get into the practical stuff. What kind of training programs are out there, and what can you expect to pay for them right here in the Mandeville area?
You've basically got three main choices. Group classes are awesome for puppies or any dog that needs to learn to focus with other dogs around. Private training is perfect for tackling very specific issues at home, like, say, barking at the doorbell. And then you have board and train programs, which are really intensive, immersive options.
And here's a look at the numbers for 2025. As you can tell, the cost really depends on the type of service. A group class is going to be your most affordable option, while a board and train is a much bigger investment for more serious needs. This should give you a pretty good idea of what to budget.
Okay, so you've done your research, you've found a few trainers you like the look of, now it's interview time. And honestly, asking the right questions is probably the most critical part of this whole entire process.
This is the one to start with. Seriously, their answer tells you everything you need to know. You're listening for words like positive reinforcement, reward-based, or force-free. If you hear phrases like balanced training or corrections, you need to ask them to be super specific about what tools and techniques they actually use.
Next up, don't be shy about asking about their qualifications. A really good trainer will be proud to tell you about their certifications and is always learning more. I mean, animal behavior science is constantly changing, so you want somebody who's keeping up. And finally, make sure you bring it all back to your life. A good trainer doesn't just use a cookie-cutter plan for every dog. They should be asking you about your goals, your dog's unique personality, and how they can help you two succeed right here in Mandeville. So once you get that training going, it's time to put all those new skills to good use out in the community. And that means knowing the local rules of the road.
This one's simple, but it's so important to remember. In any public area in Mandeville, your dog has to be on a leash that's 6 feet long or shorter. Yep, that includes the lakefront, the trace, all the parks. And no, a retractable leash doesn't count.
Here are a couple of other key things to keep in mind. A current rabies vaccination isn't just a good idea, it's state law. And while Tammany Parish doesn't make you get a separate pet license, that rabies tag needs to be on your dog's collar at all times. Also, be a good neighbor. Excessive barking can actually get you a nuisance violation.
All right, now for the really fun part. Where can you actually go to practice all this stuff you and your dog are learning? Mandeville has some truly fantastic spots that are like real-world training gyms.
And each of these places offers a slightly different challenge, which is great. The lakefront is perfect for practicing focus with all the people and bikes around. Fontainebleau is great for working on staying calm near wildlife. And when you're ready for some safe off-leash practice, the dog park over in Covington is the place to go.
So as we start to wrap this up, if there's one thing to take away, it's this. Finding that great trainer is just step one. Real success comes when you combine their humane methods with consistent, daily practice in all the places you and your dog actually go.
When it's all said and done, this whole effort is really about building confidence in your dog and in you. It's about being able to relax and just enjoy everything Mandeville has to offer, from your own home to the beautiful lakefront, knowing you've got a happy, confident, and well-behaved partner right there with you.